What's up, YouTube? Hold on, let me figure this out. Cause we're just gonna do it like that. I'm in the car, and it's been a minute since I've made a YouTube video. It's been a minute, and I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna be truthful. It's probably because I've been feeling just a little bit like doubtful, and just not doubtful, but yeah, doubtful and like discouraged because shit is not hitting how I want it to hit. But that's the problem, at least um in my way of going about this. Like, I'm trying to lose expectation when it comes to things, when it comes to me posting, when it comes to me um expressing myself, like just in general. And I mean that in all realms. And I've been battling with myself, but also like it's not all like like me trying to like break old habits and reform my mindset and shit like that. It's also me being in the present and realizing like I have came a long way and that I am proud of myself, but I know that I can say that more to myself. Like I can go inward and look at me more. And today I got a glimpse of that. I got a glimpse of like being able to really just like sit with me. No music, nothing digital going on, no one around to like distract me. I'm just in my own energy, doing my own thing. And the dialogue in my head, I did make me a blend, a smoking blend, and I did smoke that before these things happened, but I feel like it just heightened in terms of like what I was feeling. But I feel like regardless I would have experienced this. But I was just doing what I was doing, but the chat, not the chatter, but the voice in my head was it wasn't loud, but it was loud. It was present. But it also wasn't just one voice. It was a couple voices, which got me thinking about like, okay, maybe that was like past lives or like ancestors speaking, guides. And then like I was able to pick up on like a different tone, and then also I was able to feel like certain emotions, and the emotions and the power that I felt was it's undescribable. It was amazing. It was like I'm not the same. I'm not like anyone else. Granted, I am meeting new people that I feel like heavily are a part of my soul family, and I see the similarities, but also too like, and I'm realizing right now too, this confirmation that I'm grounded in me in terms of like I'm my own self, but I know that I am similar like to other people. We share a mirror. You see what I'm saying? And I can just really appreciate myself and how far I have brought myself. I don't say that often to myself, but like truly, honestly, like I've came a long way. And I don't want me saying this to come off as me like being a victim or anything like that. But no, like I have experienced my own set of trial and tribulations, and I still do. But at the end of the day, like I am not those things. And then that got me thinking, like, okay, so why do you feel the need to bring those things up? And I feel the need to do that because I feel like outside looking in, when people first meet you, depending on how you present yourself, depending on how you talk and how you are able to articulate yourself and how you are able to like be aware, like based off who you show up as, people have prejudgments, preperceptions and views of you. And girl, I lost where I was going with that, but it's gonna come back to me. But like, people have all of those things going on, and when they're presented with the opportunity to learn and know you, they don't appreciate or take heed to what and how that is shown. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I've been realizing, that's also a gift as well. But I feel like other, like, people are able to possess these things. Like, it's not just something strictly, tied to me. Like, you can develop these abilities as well. But it's a matter of not only and knowing, being aware, but answering that call and following through that with action. Like, that's how you're able to truly, like, develop these skills and these tools and these, like, the things that aren't fully explained but also explained. You see what I'm like? It's the above and the below. I forget what it's called, but it's that duality. Like, it is, but it isn't. And if you aren't tapped into that, then you're and you live on a binary, then you know it, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna expect you to understand what I'm talking about. But, and even this in itself, this is something that, and I want to give thanks to my dad, because even though he was not in my life, because of his own life, he was able to develop and gather so much knowledge and information. And like, I'm genetic code of that man. And that man really was intelligent. And I kind of am sad that I didn't get to experience that now, before he passed away last year. But it just it warms my heart at the end of the day, because it's like, it's gifts that he gave me without having to physically be in my life to give them to me. But in a way, that is also God, like, placing that gift in my life, is like just working through him in his life. Like, I just am grateful for my father. And once I remove myself from the same environment of with, like, my mom and my two older sisters, I feel like then I will be able to fully, like, just play with who I am and who I want to be. Because it's just, those are the people that I am around, my family. And we're not all on the same journey. And what I mean by that is, the journey is not going to look the same. And it's a cycle in terms of them wanting to build community and them wanting to come together, and then that crumbling and falling, or just not happening in general. And it's because it's like, it's certain things that each party isn't doing. Like, if that is the plan, to build something as powerful and as big as a community, then you need to be intentional, not only with your mental and emotional and spiritual realms, but also financial, like, intellectual shit. Like, you have to be social shit. Like, you have to be connecting and operating on on all of those levels. And I know it may seem like a lot, but in all reality is not. I wish I had some water in here because my mouth is dry. Like I said, I did smoke. But you know, it in its own time that may or may not happen, but also too I'm realizing that I don't need my blood birth family in order to cultivate and build a community of my own. In order to feel community of my own, I can do that by myself. You see what I'm saying? And through doing that by myself, I'm going to be led to the right people. That's what that is. It's no longer, and I just saw this video, and she goes by Mogul Mo, but she hit it on the nose when she said like fuck, I hate when that shit happen. Fuck. It's gone. Hopefully it come back to me. But yeah, just being in my own energy. Like it's not that I don't want to be around people or invest and pour into people. That's not the case. That's a part of who I am. But I need to, and this is what one of the things, but it's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted to say in that moment. But this is one of the things that she said was like, you need to ground yourself in you. I just lost it again. I should have just said it instead of trying to explain beforehand. And I feel like that shows it. That is what it is. It's just a lot of distractions. It's a lot of me like over explaining, coming up with like delusions and fantasies and like it fool's gold. Like if I'm not feeling it, then I'm not feeling it. If I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. But and I wrote a poem, and the poem that's coming to mind is Choosy Lover. And I was saying how I was a choosy lover. And at the end of the poem, I said, I know that I'm choosy, but trust that I will always choose you. And I was referring to it's a love letter to myself. And I'm letting myself know that even though I'm choosy in terms of like, and subconsciously, I guess I'm talking about my attention my attention and intention, where my energy goes. And I'm choosy in terms of where it goes, especially now. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm in that poem, I'm saying like I'm choosy as fuck now. And I'm very intentional about where my energy goes. But sometimes I'm not perfect. Like I slip up, like I slip up and other things get my attention. I know that I'm choosy, but trust, I will always choose you. At the end of the day, I'm going to come back to myself and choose myself and ground in myself. And I'm realizing like this is what Mo said. I have to be strategic in what I'm doing in all realms and areas, not vindictive, which a lot of people that I feel like people get that shit confused. I need to be strategic. I need to be intentional about how I'm doing things, about how I'm doing things. That's as far as I'm gonna go with that. But like that, and that doesn't take away from like my genuineness and me wanting to just give out love and light. Like, no, that's still a part of it. But at the end of the day, I'm realizing like I need to and I saw a post about this too. It's crazy. It's all coming together. I need to be like stern and like professionally, like in my professional status. Like I I know what it takes. And even if I don't know what it takes, I know that I'm guided, divinely guided by a force and an energy and a power that is unlimited, unimaginable but imaginable, obtainable but not obtainable. Obtainable but sacred, reserved, and being able to tap into that. And the thing is, when I create, it comes from a place of that power, that source. And what that source and what that power is love. It's love. It's fucking love. That's the most, it's love. In saying that, in the art that I created, the art that I'm still in the process of creating, the art that just the art, and not even the physical, not even just the physical paintings, the art, the poetry, the photos that I take of myself, like all of that is literal power. Like that's my legacy. Like I'm my legacy. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue to just go with the flow and go with this journey because I've always loved myself in my life, but I lost sight of that because I was forced to like get with the program or figure it out. And I didn't want to figure it out, so I had to get with the program. And I realized that getting with the program is not what I want to fucking do. So now and then I realized I was able to create my own fucking program. And I failed multiple times, but I kept trying. And now I have a program that I can subscribe to and I can continue to like pour into and 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 elevate and walk with and change and morph and do whatever the fuck I want to do with it. Now it's just more it's more me like just tending to that program, building upon, evolving that program because and then make like who knows, this system might break, but that's the thing. It's not meant to be done. And the program is life. What do you do in your life. That's the program. And I'm subscribing to something new. Like, I'm not going to go too much into what I'm trying to manifest for myself, but now I'm getting, like, I like eat from Mo's video. She was talking about she got 3 things that she want to manifest for herself in this month. And I didn't, like, that was something new I even fucking heard, like, manifesting things for months. I'm thinking, like, I don't know what to call it, but bitch, I'm thinking so big. But that's the thing, is that balance between thinking and manifesting big, and then also being able to narrow that down. But I was thinking so big about when my manifestation was coming in, like, I want everything to come in at this time, or I just know and believe that everything's gonna come in when everything comes in. Okay, but what is everything? What is everything? Specify and pinpoint what the fuck is everything. And then maybe we can get somewhere. That's breaking the fucking code. Like, that's breaking the matrix. Like, realizing that it's about the big picture. No, like, knowing the big picture and believing the big picture is the faith. Being able to narrow it down is the action. Because faith without action is futile. What are you doing? You might as well call yourself a Christian at that point. No shade. Like, faith without action, physical action. Like, you want that thing. I'm not saying, and that's another thing I'm trying to get out of, is not believing or subscribing to the fact that I have to work super hard in order to get something. And saying that, that stems from, like, if you feel like you have ancestors from that period of time. But I feel like if you're black, I feel like you do in some type of way, whether they were African American or Native American, whatever the fuck, they were all black. Like, let's be real. But I feel like that working hard, like, I can only achieve something or get this or get my dreams if I work hard. That's something that's been instilled in our code for more than 400 years. Like, that shit that's ingrained in our DNA. And if you are a generational curse breaker, you have to realize that and break that cycle. Because I know for me, it starts with me. I'm done thinking like that. I don't have to work hard for shit. Being who I am is me working hard, because I give it up like that. Like, and that's what I also realized too, is that it's like some of the things that not even some of the things, the jobs that I had, I was always able to work hard and excel at it because that was who I was. That's who I was. That's who I am. I regardless of what it is, I work hard at it. I excel at it. I get what the fuck I want. And that's another thing that continues to happen, is like, I get what I want. Whatever I wish for, whatever I want, whatever I need for, whatever I desire, I get. I get. I was talking about, like, damn, like, I ain't gonna see no fireworks. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, I'm not gonna see no fireworks, but I was trying to figure out what I could do to go see some. I'm like, all right, I'm about to see if, like, downtown about to, do something for the fireworks. I'll see it when I see it. But I shifted my mindset, like, no, like, fuck not having no fireworks. Let's just find somewhere to. And then my mom and my sister was going to get fireworks today, and I ended up pitching in against a little bit of fireworks too. Like, I'm done downplaying myself. Like, and I'm gonna keep saying this because I'm done minimizing and like dimming my shine. I'm done doing that. I want to maximize and expand that shine. And it's been happening. Like, I've been seeing and noticing the shifts. Like, bitch, look at me. I literally look like a completely different person. You know, I still look the same, but like I look different. I look different. I feel different. I am different. And people notice that. Even people I don't even fucking know notice that because they just be staring. Like, and I know I'm a very good looking dude. I'm handsome, but people just stare. And then when I catch them, they stop. Like, it's funny for real. I really want to give me some more tarot cards. I'm probably gonna give me some more cards because I feel called to, but also to I want to get to, like, I'm already at the point where I don't need no cards. I don't need no cards. If it resonate, it resonate. If it don't, it don't. I'm going to lean more into just whatever this is. Like, I miss getting on YouTube and just talking, but also to, like, because I'm just capable and able to do a lot of different things. I'm trying to pinpoint and navigate. Okay, what kind of content can I make? What kind of content is gonna fuck your matrix? Fuck your algorithm. I'm gonna make my own. I'm gonna make whatever content comes to mind. Whatever the fuck I want to do, I'm gonna make it. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. I don't give a fuck if you like it or if you don't like it. Fuck whoever likes it. The audience that I'm trying to reach is a frequency. And that's another thing that Mo said. It's more of a frequency. Fuck trying to reach a certain demographic of people, trying to, and that's where you know, with narrowing it down. Like, we can, it's like that is, if you're imbalanced, it's going to be okay, you're too broad. You don't know how to narrow it down. And then once you realize that, it was like, okay, you're too narrow. You need to expand a little bit, broaden your horizons. And then you reach that middle period. And you're able to keep it that fun. It's like funneling. Being able to funnel just enough, but also narrow it down to a point where it's not just draining all that it is. And this is going into like how I guess I look at my like energy, because I feel like, well, not like energy in terms of like my creation, my creative like energy and power, like the ideas and shit like that I get, because I'm able to get so many different ideas and downloads on shit. Sometimes it can get overwhelming, but I have to be able to like put a, not a limiter, but just I'm gonna call it a funnel on that, so that I'm able to know and experience just enough, so that it doesn't get too overwhelming, or it doesn't get like the well has run dry. A constant flow, and that comes with just being in flow. Like, I know I'm going all over the place, but that's also like the my gifts. Like, it's a lot, and it is all over the place because it's so much. But it's like, do I really have to rein that in? Like, since this is the period and the era and time of me, like, I kind of got chills right now. Since this is the era and the times of me expanding and opening myself back up to that creative energy, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it was supposed to be when I was a kid. Like, I'm literally healing my inner child. Being like having access to all these ideas. And I remember when I was like, I literally remember, and I literally remember this. Like I used to get friends, and like I'm thinking about connecting and having ideas about like collaborating on, like, I remember I had a friend that loved to draw. Bro, let's make a comic book together. And we was making a comic book together. But my mind was I was thinking so big, like I want to be an artist, a painter. I want to make cartoons and shit like that. And then also too, like, I had a friend that was into like music and singing. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's make lyrics. Let's write songs. And we up here writing songs and shit like that together. And I'm talking about I'm a star and shit like that. And I am. Like, and I'm back to that energy. And this is how I know that I've healed, and I'm still healing my inner child. And the way that I'll continue to heal him is by going through with, like, being open to receive all these ideas, just going with the flow and being in that energy of like, I'm me. I'm like, I'm my inner child. I don't want this video to get too long, but I don't know what the message is. Hopefully it's something in here that you resonate with. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is at this point. But subscribe, like, comment if this resonated with you. But I'm looking for a frequency, and a frequency that is of love, and just wants and needs to hear what I have to say. Desires to be in community and connection in a healthy way, in a loving, supportive, truthful, honest, vulnerable way, in a powerful, intentional, collaborative way. Like, that's the community, that's the frequency I want to reach and call in. And I remember to Damon DJ, remember to sit with yourself and figure out what it is that you want to manifest with yourself, and then narrow it down. Do it by month. So what do you want to manifest for yourself in the month of July? And then continue on. Baby, you're at month 7. You're halfway through this fucking year, and bitch, the year has been looking amazing already. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. And then after this year is done, the next year is gonna be way better than the year that you just had. So get into that. Know that. Believe in that. I love you so much. And we'll talk later. No shade.